We have been super busy this week. Hey, good afternoon. It's Brandon Devanich from i3D Themes with this week's interactive number 55, where we share what we're passionate about and what we've been working on in the i3D Themes Design and Code Labs. So we're going to start off in the Design Lab. Colin Fraser. If you ever had a chance to talk to this guy on the phone, what a gentleman, eh? Super nice, and what a fantastic designer. He has a brand new design that is coming out, web template design, and I've had the pleasure of taking a look at it. He showed it to me about a week or so ago, and I was just blown away. It's going to be fantastic. But we finished up he's finished up the template pages, made sure that they're desktop and tablet and mobile responsive. He's now moved on to the home page. He's finishing that up. That's usually what takes a lot of work when designing these templates. But he's also just finished up crafting the brand new cinema graph that's going to be a part of the header for at least the home page, if not the template pages as well. It is beautiful, really striking, and you're really going to enjoy it. Hopefully by next week I'll have some information about when we probably will have this out. So really, really exciting and great progress there. In the Code Lab this week, we had a sort of a pleasant surprise. When do things ever happen ahead of schedule? Not very often. I don't know about you, but last week we started the ball rolling for upgrading our primary corporate server, the one that runs i3D Themes, web template hosting, Lucky Marble, Fire Widget, Super Submit server apps, the demo system, as well as Pegasus. The plan was that we would get this upgraded so that when Pegasus went live, it would be running on a super fast server. And they actually started the migration of data sooner than anticipated, which is fine. It gives us more chance to do some testing. And so we got our hands on it yesterday, and we ran a test. Now this test that I ran is a report that, well, it takes about a minute and a half to run on the old server. Okay. Guess how long it took to run on the new server. Just take a wild guess in your head. Pick a number. Okay. It took 1.5 seconds compared to about 90 seconds. I mean, some of our benchmarking was 70 seconds, some of it was 80 seconds, some of it was 90. But it's at least 50 times as fast, this new server, in a number of operations. Which is really exciting for us. Like when I said to the team that's going to be building the architecture for the server, I said, I want it fast. Yes, put another CPU into it. More RAM! Yes, I want solid state drives. I want just fast, okay? Because I don't want to have to be going through this in a couple of years and saying, hey, let's upgrade it again, because nobody wants to go do that. So the new server, I'm not going to get into the stats, but it's really awesome. So the new server is super fast, and that is, when you have a website, really, really important. That's one of the first things you should look at, is making sure that your web hosting architecture is fast. And it was time that we updated our own server for i3D Themes, which is where we sell all of our templates and our WordPress themes and our website plugins. It's important that that stuff runs fast. That's the very first thing you should look at when making sure your website runs fast. After that, take a look at all the things that Google recommends for making sure that your pages render fast, such as deferring your render blocking resources and minifying your CSS and all the stuff that goes along with it. So, and that takes us to Pegasus Accelerator. So Pegasus Accelerator is an application we've been developing for the last 6 months for WordPress. It is essentially the same application as our Numo Accelerator that we developed about this time last year for traditional websites. So if you have a traditional website and you want to make sure that it's running fast, we have something for you already. It's called Numo Accelerator, and you can just install that to your website, or we can install it for you. We just turn it on and it starts accelerating all your pages. It can take your pages from abysmal in speed and page speed score to freaking amazing. So if you have any questions about that, you can go to i3dthemes.com, and there's a red button right at the top of the page that says Accelerator. You can learn more about it there, or you can give us a call and we can tell you more about it. Well, Pegasus Accelerator is essentially that, but for WordPress. And when we started developing it for WordPress, we realized WordPress is a gigantic system. There's 500,000 lines of code, and it takes a while to render the pages because there's a lot of stuff going on. It's a very robust system. So we said, well, how are we going to keep it fast? Because it's not already fast, but how do we keep it from getting bogged down with all the operations that we're doing? We should run all of that heavy lifting, like the building the critical path CSS. We should run that off-site. We should make a server that is just dedicated to that. Oh, and we should do that for image optimization. Basically, all the heavy lifting that is required for this stuff is run by Pegasus itself at pegasus.com. And so between the WordPress plugin, the Accelerator plugin, and Pegasus, they work together, and they make the site super fast. And we started our beta testing last week, and wouldn't you know it, we got the new server started to migrate the data, so we held back on some of the beta testers until we can make sure that we're running Pegasus all on that one new server, so we can do all our testing there and do all of our benchmarking there. One of the things we learned when we first started the beta testing was that we are coming up against new themes that we've never seen, and some features in CSS that we typically don't use but are there and available, and they're not widely used currently, but it's something that we still need to be able to support. And so we found a number of features that we hadn't yet implemented in our critical CSS engine, and went, here's a couple things for us to implement. So we've got that on our to-do list as well, and we'll be implementing that in the next couple weeks as well, while we're continuing to do our beta testing, so that when we go live, it's going to be really, really awesome. So that's what's been keeping us busy: beta testing, server upgrades, new templates. I've got like a 70-point checklist here of things that I want to get done before we actually do the official launch. But wow, a lot of things yet to do. But we'll have that done there before the launch, and we'll let you know about the actual launch date coming up here in the next little bit. One thing I just about forgot, and that is that if you have a WordPress site and you're thinking, well, maybe this Pegasus system might be for me. Yeah, I'd like to have a faster WordPress site. We actually have a reservation desk open right now, and if you reserve before October 1st, you will be getting a bunch of super perks. Basically, you'll be included in our developer guild, and the developer guild will have a number of really amazing perks that others are not going to have after October 1st. So get yourself on that list. It is absolutely free. You just sign up, put your name and email in, then you're on the list. And then once we get a spot that's available to you, you'll get notified and you'll get a chance to try it. Again, no charge. You get to try it for free. And if you decide that, oh my goodness, I love it, it's so fast, you get to sign up. Or if you say, you know what, I love having a slow website, you can just cancel. It's up to you how you want to do it. In any case, so that's us this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you've had a fantastic week and you've got great plans for the weekend ahead. If there's anything in this video that you liked, by all means, comment. There's usually a comment field down below. We'd love to hear from you. If there's anything in it that you think that maybe somebody else might like, you can go ahead and like or share or mention them in the comments. A lot of our business is built off of word of mouth, and we really appreciate any business that you can send our way. Anyways, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again next week.